Anne just emailed me with a problem. She has a medical assistant who is constantly complaining about her pay. Specifically, Anne's employee gripes every time she's asked to do something she feels is extra or outside her core set of job duties. Has this happened to you? Have you struggled with how to respond when employees complain frequently about their pay? If so, you're going to love this episode of Your Practice Ain't Perfect. Stay right there. As a leader, you know you have to pick your spots and pick your battles. So if your employee complaints about pay or a passing comment here and there, that's no big deal. But if this is a regular thing, if there's a pattern of behavior, then that warrants a conversation. When employees complain about their pay, that's usually not about their pay. Most of the time, the employee either doesn't feel valued or is under financial stress. Now, if you are facing this problem, you likely don't know which of these is the case to begin with. So start with a sit-down conversation. If it were me, I'd start out by asking, "Hey, are you happy here?" And then waiting a moment for the person to reply. Now, the employee will probably seem confused or ask you why you're asking them that question. So take that opportunity to then describe the pattern of behavior you are seeing, like this. "Well, lately I've heard you express frustration about your pay. At our last meeting, you complained about adding steps to our new procedures. In the hallway last week, I heard you make a couple of comments about not getting paid enough. So I'm checking in. Are you happy here?" What the employee talks about next should clue you in as to what's happening and why it's happening. If they talk about not having enough in each paycheck or not being able to grow their compensation, then their issue is about their finances. We know that when an employee's pay isn't quite enough for them to pay their bills or navigate life's hiccups, disengagement can increase at work. In these cases, there's not much you can probably do about that other than to help the employee explore their options for earning more in the job or at your organization. And be honest with them if that's not possible. Make it clear what you can and can't do and what is or is not likely to change. Now, if the employee talks about feeling overworked or underappreciated, then their complaints are about a lack of feeling useful or valued. Ask probing questions to better understand their concerns. You can simply say, "Tell me more about that," as they describe their state of mind. Also, take time to connect the dots between the work the employee does and the way they impact patients and providers, their teammates, and even you as their boss. You may also want to ask your doctors or other leaders to step up their recognition and appreciation game in the weeks ahead. Now, sometimes these complaints aren't about finances or recognition. Sometimes we have employees who are actively disengaged and who look for ways to inject negativity and drama into the workplace. You probably already know if that's the case with your person who is complaining. In this circumstance, a more frank conversation is probably needed. Challenge that person to see the pattern of behavior that's occurring and the story it's creating for their next review. Point out the disconnect that exists there, that someone who complains a lot and doesn't try hard every day is less likely to earn more, get promoted, or get a merit increase. Tell them if they want more money in their paycheck, they have to decide through their demeanor and their actions what story will be written and told about them in the months ahead. And if this pattern of complaining behavior has been going on for a while, get crystal clear about what happens next if it continues. So there you have it. Now it's your turn. Tell me about how you've responded to employees who complain about their pay by using the comments box below. And if you found this video useful, well, then you can do what all the cool kids are doing and share it on LinkedIn. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.